Integrity is contagious. Those words were uttered by former U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, David Kelly, at this table just a couple days ago on this program. And now the men and women of the office he once led, the legendary Southern District of New York, are proving him correct, one after the other, after the other, after the other. The federal prosecutors on the front lines of an unprecedented attack on the rule of law in America refused to buckle. 24 hours ago, when we came on the air, it was a prosecutor named Danielle Sassoon. She was the interim U.S. attorney handpicked by the incoming Trump administration with unimpeachable conservative credentials, who, according to the New York Times reporting, quote, resigned rather than obey an order from a top Justice Department official to drop the corruption case against New York City's Mayor Eric Adams. Then the Times continues, when Justice Department officials transferred the case to the Public Integrity Section in Washington, the two men who led that unit also resigned. Several hours later, 3 other lawyers in that unit also resigned. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 resignations. And now we can add to that list another rather remarkable resignation from the Times, quote, Hagen Scotton, the lead prosecutor on the federal corruption case against Mayor Adams, a man who, quote, served 3 combat tours in Iraq as a U.S. Army Special Forces officer and earned 2 Bronze Stars, who, quote, graduated from Harvard Law School and clerked for Chief Justice John Roberts and later for Justice Brett Kavanaugh, a man who has led the investigation into Mr. Adams since it began in the summer of 2021. Today, in a spectacular and scathing letter to Acting Deputy Attorney General Emil Bove, he set a new standard for integrity and moral courage. He wrote this, quote, there's a tradition in public service of resigning in a last-ditch effort to head off a serious mistake. Some will view the mistake you are committing here in the light of their generally negative views of the new administration. I do not share those views. Quote, I can even understand how a chief executive whose background is in business and politics might see the contemplated dismissal with leverage as a good, if distasteful, deal. But any assistant U.S. attorney would know that our laws and traditions do not allow using the prosecutorial power to influence other citizens, much less elected officials, in this way. If no lawyer within earshot of the president is willing to give him that advice, then I expect you will eventually find someone who is enough of a fool or enough of a coward to file your motion. But it was never going to be me, end quote. Apparently, they have found their fool or coward, whatever we're going with, to do it. In the last hour, Attorney General Pam Bondi said she expects the charges against Mayor Adams to be dropped later today. It comes as the New York Times has brand new reporting on exactly who concocted what Danielle Sassoon calls in her letter to Attorney General Pam Bondi a, quote, quid pro quo. According to the New York Times, that would be none other than the acting Deputy Attorney General Emil Bove, who shortly after Donald Trump took office, quote, called Mayor Eric Adams' lawyer saying he wanted to talk about potentially dismissing the case. What followed was a rapid series of exchanges between Adams' lawyers and Trump's administration. Quote, the series of events in which the acting number 2 official at the Justice Department seemed to guide criminal defense lawyers toward a rationale for dropping charges against a high-profile client represents an extraordinary shattering of norms for an agency charged with enforcing the laws of the United States. Quote, it also sends a message that under the Trump administration, the Justice Department will make prosecutorial decisions based not on the merits of a case, but on purely political concerns, longtime prosecutors and defense lawyers said. Quote, prompted by Mr. Bove, the mayor's lawyers refined their approach until they landed on a highly unorthodox argument. Records and interviews show one that was ultimately reflected in Mr. Bove's memo to prosecutors Monday. That memo stated that the criminal case had unduly restricted Mayor Adams' ability to address illegal immigration and violent crime. It also pointedly said that the decision had nothing to do with the evidence or the law. we'll let that sink in. It's where we start today with some of our favorite reporters and friends with us at the table. New York Times investigative reporter and MSNBC national security contributor Mike Schmidt is here. He's bylined on that reporting we just read from. Also joining us, president of the National Action Network, host of MSNBC's Politics Nation, the Reverend Al Sharpton is here. Also joining us at the table, MSNBC legal analyst, former SDNY Criminal Division Deputy Chief Christy Greenberg's here, and Mimi Rocah joins us. She's a former Assistant U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, and she ran the SDNY Criminal Division. Mimi, I'm going to start with you because when we came on the air yesterday, you had a real live wire into that office, and I wonder what you're hearing this afternoon.
So what I'm hearing, Nicole, is pride from Daniel Sassoon on down. That office, actually, believe it or not, I think the people there feel rightfully so better now that this has happened. Because as I know we'll get to a little bit more, but as you read, as Hagen Scotton said in his letter, any federal prosecutor across the country knows that they could not stand up in front of a federal judge and ask for this to be dismissed. And that is what actually is so remarkable, that the people here who are twisting the principles of being a federal prosecutor are not the ones in the Southern District of New York or Public Integrity who are resigning, but the ones who are trying to literally coerce them into doing it at the head of the Justice Department. And so there is, I think, a great sense of relief and pride more than anything right now, not just in the Southern District, but in the DOJ alum community. I'm hearing from people all over, and just lawyers in general saying, yes, this is what our oath is about. This is what following ethical rules is about, upholding the Constitution. This is most certainly, as Mr. Scotton made clear, not about politics.
I guess, Mike, I want to ask you to take us through your reporting, because it's clear that the people leading the department don't see it that way, that it is explicitly in letters they're putting their names to on DOJ letterhead only about politics.
Correct. This is, it's an important thing. You said it at the top there, but the decision was not based on the merits of the case. It was based on whether there had been political interference from Damian Williams, or it had gotten in the way of the mayor's ability to do his job in terms of immigration and national security. And in our reporting, what we found was that as soon as Trump was sworn in, Adams's lawyer sent a letter directly to the White House saying he's looking for a pre-trial pardon. He wanted the President of the United States to go in and use his powers to pardon him before he went on trial, which was an extraordinary thing in and of itself. There's a period of silence for a week in which Adams's lawyers don't hear anything back. And then the next thing they hear is from the acting deputy attorney general, who reaches out to say, I want to have a meeting to discuss dropping the case. There is this meeting in Washington in which the acting deputy attorney general says to the group that this is not about the merits of this case. I'm interested in whether it's getting in the way of his job. And essentially, in doing that, what he starts doing is building the off-ramp for Adams's lawyers. He's saying to them, give me the reasons why it's hard for him to do his job. And you see that in these letters that go, because just a few days after that meeting, Adams's lawyers send a letter laying out all the ways it gets in of him trying to enforce immigration and national security matters for the city of New York. And it is ultimately that rationale that is used. And it was this dance in which they went back and forth to get to something that apparently the department thought was enough to rationalize this. Now, the thing that we're going to see here is what is the bar that they're going to need to clear to get this dismissed. And my sense is that the bar is not very high. The judge can ask a lot of questions. The judge could jump up and down. I defer to the legal experts on that. But I don't think there's a ton that the judge can actually do at this point to stop this. Is that true?
Well, I think Danielle Sassoon and Hagen Scotton both make a pretty compelling case here that there is something that the judge can do, because the judge does have to at least find this is in the public interest. And both of them are saying, no, this is pretextual. This is not at all in the public interest. And so at a minimum, I think you're going to see Judge Ho have a really, tough inquiry for whichever prosecutor it is that's going to get up there and have to defend this, about what these reasons are and if they are reasons that really are about upholding the Constitution or just, demonstrating loyalty to Donald Trump. So I do think that Judge Ho is going to engage in that. I don't think he's just going to rubber stamp this.